So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Paris Saint-Germain have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
क्या
There's no
मिठाई हम
flag.
छुआ ही नहीं है
Have to say
खाली
that
एक तो
was
था
an
था।
exemplary tackle.
तीन तो था,
Stopped him
तीन तो कहाँ
dead in
गया?
his tracks.
तीन दो
Decent progress down the left. Quick look, then plays it in. And that should get the job done.
कहाँ गया तीन दो था तो हम तो खाया ही नहीं है हम एक ही तो खाया था
Well, the referee's
Jack
called
to na
play
pass
back
to
and has booked him for the original offence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, it's come loose.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Serginho. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Cafu. He's going to be disappointed with that.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press.
And the shots! Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he certainly got enough purchase on it. Now he's got to think a little bit more about the accuracy.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Rising over the bar.
Beckham has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. He's ended up in no man's land.
कौन बाप हम तो क्या बोला आपको
Showing great feet there. Delivers with wit. Beckenbauer clears it away. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Serginho has it in a wide position. He is through here. Shot, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Well read, and the danger is averted. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Cafu climbs up big! They've scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible, and the finish unearned. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. Here we go again then.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Neymar. That's a lovely, neat pass. Shevchenko! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Serginho's cross. Triol is there, and he can get that clear. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Beckham, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Beckham. That is a brilliant interception. Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And that's going to be a booking. Nicely shaped ball. Triol gets it clear. Shevchenko proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to...
Goes for the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Neymar goes short. Now it's Neymar. This looks promising. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Here's a chance! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And this isn't it. Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. No way through, so back it comes. Ball comes in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Costa Curta. Very much into the last knockings. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to gift it back. Some resolute defending there. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of 2 or 3. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first 5.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Threads one in. And Shevchenko! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar, he's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Shevchenko. No goals as yet. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Neymar. He's having a hit! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Neymar really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Beckham, he's picked his way through. No, he's overshot the green. Well, that is one way to stop him. Triol. Cafu. Triol. Triol promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a little off target. Can he get it through? That's a shade optimistic. Triol. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Neymar. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, now it's a race for the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's intervened well there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post. What a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
A tube, and the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust.
Goes for a shot! He scored! AC Milan are all square. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Milan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan go into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Costa Curta, he's found a way past, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Almost an hour gone. Cafu. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Short changes him with that pass. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Costa Curta. And it's Serginho. Now here's the delivery. And the pass is intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Costa Curta. He's found a way through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Climbs up big! And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Serginho. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar has it out wide and in space. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's really well manoeuvred. He can run onto that. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Triol. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. That's been cut out, well played. I think we're just about done here. Kimmich can see things, others simply cannot. Neymar, he has found the way through. Has a shot! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have stolen level at the last. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his...
Can he finish? And there goes the final whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Shevchenko claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument.
Is only allowed in the areas shown on this map.
After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go.
Unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Okazaki gets over and intercepts. Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He has a look up. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Rijkaard. Neymar. Rijkaard. Shevchenko. Out to the right. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Cross goes in there. He rises! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar plays it short, has a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Okazaki picks it up from the goal kick. Cafu. And it's Neymar.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, there's a probing ball. He's in a great position here. Still goalless at the moment. Neymar. That has been slung wide. Ball's gone out of play. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Ambitious ball here. Plays a sharp little ball here. And there's great chance! Goal! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, he likes those, doesn't he? That's another one for his collection.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's hoisted clear. Back in once. He's got tall. Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, there's the clearance. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Kimmich can.
Isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Tries to pass it through. He's being urged to shoot. And the finish! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, DeMarco.
Madrid are sitting pretty. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal.
This is
They need to keep pushing,
children's
keep
announcement.
imposing. Don't
Please
leave the
keep your
door
eyes
open for
on
the
your
opposition.
children during the match at all times.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
No, that's been intercepted. Kimmich tries to play it through. And it's made its way to him. Kimmich. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! There it is!
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Serginho. And it's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Kimmich. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Olise. And he's worked it through. There's the shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Costa Curta. Serginho. Costa Curta. And it's Kimmich. Neymar. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vitinha for Olise. Oh, that's a key interception. Threads one in, and it's Rijkaard. Shevchenko. It's a searching pass. Out to the left it goes. Looking for a runner. That has not gone well. Applies the finish! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Rice is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Substitution on the field. Number 41, Rice.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 17, Fiore. Substitution.
Wriggles his way through, aims beyond the defence.
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry.
Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there.
2 added minutes has been...
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually virtually unavoidable.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest
final
travel
thoughts, Jim?
information is
Milan
currently being
desperately
displayed on the
failing
screen.
to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly.
दूसरा जितना लेके था सब गया, जितना गया था सब गया।
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement. And we should be in for something very special.
They're going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three especially can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by
A match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of them. Now it's Messi. And Messi! And for a moment... Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Celtic have their second corner now. He gets... Celtic have their third corner.
See this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate.
And there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Now, can they get him away? There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Kimmich. Arbitol.
And that was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Gets his hands on it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An intriguing half,
And we
lacking
come to
only
you
in
now
goals.
with a quick
The score
request for
0-0.
support for our World Charity Fund.
Here's the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Cafu. Looking to play him in.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's picked out the run. There's the shot! It's fallen kindly here. Costa Curta. Now it's Perez. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Looking for options for movements.
Sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Beckenbauer tries to clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. And this is Neymar. Oh, he's burst through. And the shot!
He could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
The goal scorer for Milan after 64 minutes is number 15, Andrei Shevchenko. Substitution for Celtic, number 21,
So the
Batistuta.
manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Oh, Smith for a shot! Up to 5 corners now. He's got tall. Deftly away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is Sand. Jim.
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And here's...
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty get there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Kick in a very dangerous area. So he's plotting something before playing it in. So what can they come up with here?
Be able to see it out from here.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
He has found a way through. Rijkaard cuts it out. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Just a
Courtois
quick reminder
voted
today,
man of the
please
match,
refrain
and
from
deservedly
parking
so.
outside this stadium. Thank you very much.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick. I expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Olise has it in, and it had to be.
Itulah premium utama. So I think
Well, football is a expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
There's only ever going to be a monstrous centre half, I think.
Yes! David Villa! In the corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Yamal.
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish. That was really clever.
So the game, and he's there.
Well, I wouldn't quite
Rival. Xavi Alonso. Well, the defence just about came out on top. Iwobi is someone who's always making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond.
And they are soaring! And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very...
It's paid off. Adams. Neymar. Now this could be a...
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. So I'd expect to see the same positive...
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how the...
He can run onto that.
Yeah, that's really well played, Pete. What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And that's put paid to a promising move.
Talented run, but the pass just lacked pace.
No, that's been intercepted. Cafu. Rijkaard. Yamal. And Cafu. Oh, that's well spotted. Footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's fizzled out into nothing.
Giving it all they have.
He's had a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
And both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Milan absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. In a minute, Neymar.
He really does self to win, whether it's his vision and creativity.
Oh, he's been caught! A nicely shaped ball. And he's onside!
Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous. Certainly had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his land.
Foul in a dangerous area. Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Yeah, plenty of jostling.
Nice control. And it's made its way to him.
Of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. One, and it's Neymar. Great ball, and he...
I bet you the keeper is very positioning, so good from it.
Little black book. Do you think he's feeling the effects of that tackle?
Like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback. And he's managed to get free. If only.
Shevchenko clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And now they can spring out of defence. Was an exemplary tackle. Stop.
Has been indicated.
Beckenbauer. That's been intercepted. And it's certainly simmered along.
was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And a one-goal lead. And here's Son Heung-min.
Going to intercept that. That's how they're going
No,
to make
look at
things
me.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Passou, eu tô. Deixa eu ver.